don't know why the presidency is alleging people of coup against President Muhammad Buhari. Like, obviously, we can see that things are not actually working. So, I think they're just trying to divert the attention of people to make it look like it's a coup or is a plan for Nigerians to overthrow the president. But I don't think that is it. It is obvious that there is a lot of uh, misconception here. But not just that, but it is obvious that this government is actually lacking a lot of things. And if these things are not corrected quickly, it's going to affect so many things. But if the presidency keeps saying that people are trying to plan a coup against it is really unfortunate because it is obvious that things are not working. So even if people are talking, that does not mean they are trying to plan a coup to overthrow the president. It is even high time the president honorably resigned because so many things are falling apart in his very eyes and in his administration. So he does not need to be told on the action to take and stop planning against people that they are trying to plan a coup against your government or trying to plan a coup against you just for you to overthrow you from there and all of that. I don't think that is a intention of anybody because obviously things are not working fine. Things are not working as expected. Anyway, let's get into the details of this and see those who are involved and why the presidency is alleging this coup against them. More details, guys, but please ensure you hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can get updated anytime we drop a new video. Alright guys, without further ado, it says right here that the People's Democratic Party, the Arewa Consultative Forum, the Pan-Nigeria Delta Forum, and the Yoruba Socio-Political Group, Afenifere, on Tuesday took a swipe at the presidency over an allegation that some leaders were plotting to overthrow the president, Buhari. The groups in separate interviews cautioned the presidency against misinterpreting well-intended criticism amid worsening insecurity in the country. The presidency earlier on Tuesday claimed it had evidence to show that some elements were recruiting ethnic groups and politicians with the motive of convening conferences where a vote of no confidence would be passed in the president. It said the purpose of the move was to further throw the country into turmoil. The special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, disclosed this in a statement titled "Our Response to DSS Alert" by Presidency. Adesina was given further insight into a recent claim by the Department of State Services that some people were planning to undermine the government and the nation's sovereignty. The presidential spokesman, however, said the present regime would keep the country together, even if some unruly feathers would be ruffled in the process. He claimed that some disgruntled religious and past political leaders were behind the plans. The statement read, "The Department of State Services on Sunday alerted on sinister moves by misguided elements to wreak havoc on the government sovereignty and corporate existence of the country." Championed by some disgruntled religious and past political leaders, the intention is to eventually throw the country into a tailspin, which would compel a forceful and undemocratic change of leadership. Further impeccable evidence shows that these disruptive elements are now recruiting the leadership of some ethnic groups and politicians around the country with the intention of convening some sort of conference where a vote of no confidence would be passed in the president, thus throwing the land into further turmoil. The caterwauling in recent times by these elements is to prepare the grounds adequately for their ignoble intentions, which are designed to cause further grief for the country. The agent provocateurs hope to achieve through artifice and sleight of hands what they failed to do through the ballot box in 2019 election. Reacting to the allegation, the Pan-Northern Socio-Political Organization, the ACF, lashed out on the presidency for calling all perceived critics of the regime of the president disgruntled elements. The National Publicity Secretary of the Forum, Emmanuel Yahweh, noted that the presidency penchant for always viewing critics of Buhari with dark motives was wrong. The ACF chieftain said the presidency must be broad-minded enough to accommodate all shades of opinions. The criticism is done in good faith and if acted upon will help improve the situation of the country. It is wrong to see all critics as disgruntled, religious and past political leaders with dark motives. Some of them mean well for the government and the country. On this part, the Niger Delta Forum said the presidency was chasing shadows rather than looking for ways to tackle the myriad of problems facing the country. The National Publicity Secretary of PANDEF, Ken Robinson, who stated this, said, "It is rather shocking that the presidency would, under the prevailing situation of disastrous insecurity, tag religious leaders and past political leaders as disgruntled. That is the least expected." Pandef cautions the presidency should stop chasing shadows. Citizens are anxious and troubled. Many are becoming hopeless, with even the security agencies seemingly helpless and vulnerable. Also, the PDP and the convener of the Northern Elders Council, Alhaji Tanko Yakasai, accused the president of overheating the polity. In a statement titled "You're Haunted by Your Own Shadow," PDP tells Buhari presidency. APC asked Buhari to look inward. Signed by its National Publicity Secretary, Kola Ologbodiyan, the PDP described the allegation as a desperate attempt by the Buhari regime to blackmail Nigerians in the face of its failures. The PDP said, rather than live up to the responsibilities of office by taking charge and securing our nation, the presidency is busy engaging in frivolous allegations against Nigerians. It is, however, imperative to state that the Buhari presidency and the All Progressive Congress are being haunted by their own shadows, as Nigerians know the persons as well as the political party with a history and penchant to scuttle democratically elected governments. Perhaps the presidency has forgotten that in 1983, Brigadier Muhammadu Buhari, as he was then known, led a military coup to truncate democratically elected governments, thereby causing our nation a huge drawback on democratic governance. So, well, that is it, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Whatever you have to say, please drop it in the comment section. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.